been so silent on this. There should be pressure, mount pressure on both sides to cease fire and then go back to the table and talk, because that is the solution. Those that are there, we are killing, they are innocent. You the leaders, you should find a way of dealing with each other. That's much better. But to be throwing bombs today, baby, I don't know. It's like we are living in the past. Look at where we are as Africans. Ghana in particular, we are not parts. We have not even, but yet we are not going to be the victims, because they are petrol. They say, those are the issues. We are now beginning to have a feeling of it. And also, my GPRT, Omonia break. I want to say, Abaye, say, Mobe increase the and the Mombon, taxes on fuel and diesel, and the Mombon, the Montisson, yes, I are. NCBR, Roberti, GPRT Fonka. That's what is happening in the news. So, Mahama hints of fuel relief as crude oil hit 119, pump price skyrockets. Majority of Ghanaians back OSP reports. MML crowned leading fintech solutions provider for 2026. The new publisher, Dear President Mahama, sack this guy. Who do they mean by this guy? Yoko Boss, don't know. Council of State member accuses Raymond Archer of abuse of office, contempt of court, and then public theatrics, personal vendetta, and more. Lawyer see, ni omutemsi. Nti o man calling koti Reverend Tim Fojo for this particular issue. And saba newspaper. So anti-LGBTQ bill not my priority. John Mahama. And sooner Reverend Tim Fojo see there be asama okay there. And to enkoyi. Nti o man call na enkoti.
He said in the United States of America on the panel discussion was even more dangerous. That it is Parliament that is trying to do their own bill. This President Akufo-Addo said something similar, and with a backlash this country gave him, the current government then in the position, the kind of criticism, the kind of how they weaponized it against him. But in all of that, President Akufo-Addo never at any point looked at Ghanaians in the face to tell them that we are grappling with basic needs. Therefore, LGBT is never a priority. Never did he say that. If this statement had come from President Mahama saying today, had come from President Akufo-Addo anywhere between 2021 to 2024, all hell would have broken loose. My question is, where are the communal bodies? Where are the faith-based organizations? Where are the imams, the pastors, the traditional rulers, the CSOs, who sparked fire and brimstone in 20?
Yes, Reverend Njowo. Imam for one here, Asafu, and that's also for no more here. I him for more here. The dear cost no man to the Mahama Kai, Mumadi, I say in Timonka, because na canini. It is a mood to what I must say there be mumpini. Pressure Mudima Kufado. That same pressure should be mounted on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for the comment he made on the issue of the LGBTQ. We need a course now. Oman Kotenkuti, the Executive Secretary of PURC, Dr. Shafiq Suleimana, also a Kasai, Uma Yanko na Yankoti, also the Oka.
Statutory laws, Act 538 LI 2414, which are very clear and categorical on how to enforce our tariffs. That's one, and two, how to ensure that the utility providers are able to meet their working parameters. So enforcement is not a challenge at all. And within the commission, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, we have an excellent enforcement mechanism and framework to ensure that whatever we want or any activity, the utilities are able to comply and do as expected. So enforcement is not a challenge at all at the commission because of the statutory laws backing the commissions.
We ended here. Dr. Shafiq Suleimana, yes, Executive Secretary, PURC, Marty Okay. But for your information, this morning we have heard in the news that there's going to be a reduction in terms of electricity and water. Into your bomodia, ECG penny more. In some of the almost no everybody yati omonka. I'm boss semi catcher almost say I've seen what is happening. Yes, he's graduated, so we have to call him, congratulate him, and then he will give us updates with regards to the reduction on water and electricity. Daily's newspaper see Yoko chases Council of State member over fraud. Big push scandal probe by ministry delete evidences. MPA rules out 24-hour economy. Mahama 6 private lawyers for oral cases. Yoko ECOWAS picks Akufo-Addo for Benin election of observer mission. $7.4 million for World Cup supporters. We will probe NDC gold for reserves in 2029. The Supreme Newspaper see Volta Impact Alliance voices strong support for Gabriel Kwamiga Tanko at Tokle. Hey, like before we did lawyer. Council of State member slams Raymond Archer Iyoko over unlawful disregard for their courts. Court orders Gar chief to sign bond for good behavior in Dansoma land contempt case. Hey, Gar Dangme Council of Asafo to hey, wait a minute, then cry for no. The Canary newspapers was saying Odole Sowa champions capacity building for female MMDCEs. Data cost remain key barrier to AI future. Former vice president of Ghana's former vice president of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Freight forwarders raise alarm over AI driving port clearance system. Local government minister tasked women leaders to act as change agents. Government promises to establish farmer services centers nationwide. Minister of Agri. Minister of Agri, Bomodia and Sero, na Cote d'Ivoire ni MEC, Burkina and Sensami, any tomatoes and Sami, Bomodia. US Iran war. Pressure mount on government to cut fuel taxes. Woman Konenkoti Mampeni Excellency Dundamani Mahama when he was speaking at the UPSA Okasa about Ejuma. Say I'm ranting remember wa Amobedi. Say who say abai entimi mamo. But what we can do is to take advantage of and then upscale and then get all right, more NTM Penny on skills development of the youth.
Distinguished guests, the global economy is evolving quickly.
Baraka
Degrees alone are no longer sufficient. Skills, adaptability, and innovation now determine success. And that is why our policy direction is clear. We must equip our youth not just to seek jobs, but to be value creators. We're therefore focusing on 3 pillars: skills for productivity through an aggressive expansion of TVET and apprenticeship pathways, digital capabilities to position Ghanaian youth in the global knowledge economy, values and discipline to ensure integrity, leadership and responsibility. Ghana's youthful population is often seen as a challenge, but indeed is a
Excellency Dundamani Mahama, Marty the Okai, but skills in the and that's the way to go because what is happening, if you take advantage of that, is best for you. Yes, the degrees and the doctorates and what have you is important, but try as much as possible alternatively to look at other means of making it. Yes, Basentale is in the news and he's saying that in fact budget in India, I say in ways that he and his colleagues were able to at least be creative and then partner and collaborate with some institutions and them making some moves. But anyway, Millennia say to open 10 to say about Bomodia na onhwe enno my Felix Kwachifosu, he was giving answer to those who were saying say MCEs, so MDC municipal chief executives who are taxing machines that are used in Galamsey. It means either you are promoting on what is happening, Momenti or also the all can say Debbie. That is not about Galamsey per se, but it is about taxes for huge. Your friend saying, cars, including the Galamsey machines. Momenti the Felix Kwachofosu in an answer to those who are accusing government of not being trying to fix the Galamsey issue.
Specific to Galamsey. It is a tax on heavy equipment for mining. So those who do legitimate mining also pay that tax. So everybody who has heavy equipment operating in that jurisdiction pays that tax. The president says, okay, this thing has come to our attention. Now, henceforth, do not collect this tax and bring it to central government. Because the fundamental question you need to ask yourself, how can governments collect monies and turn around to punish those who collect monies and turn around to punish those who collected the money for them? It will not make sense. So what you do is to stop the practice, issue clear guidelines, which if are breached, you then take.
Yo, Mate, we fellas scratch for you. And I want him to say, Kena Shigbedi. He's been fire for fire. He's been doing this for a long time, not today. He's been consistent. Bagalam said, the moment he also the Oka, a far sans and semina.
Baraka FM.
Crime has no time limitation. I would be expecting that whoever it is that brought that policy in and all the MCs that have been doing this have been committing crime. In fact, also that they said, it is said, again, I'm not a lawyer, but I thought the law says ignorance of the law is no excuse. So I really struggle to see how the excuse to be that these people do not know. And it's because they were not getting internally generated funds. All we think we're going to do is to call this.
Yes, we any day. Kenashigi, okay, there be all those who were taking those monies. He said, no, ignorance of the law. He might not be a lawyer, but ignorance of the law is no excuse. So they have to be punished. Fellas in society, you can punish them because it's a general law, not only for those who are into Galamsey. And let me import those trucks in India. I'm going to pay the tax. It might not even go for Galamsey. That is the explanation over there. Yes, your politics there, minority and then majority, back and forth. They are still on the issue of soul sourcing. Imam Peniso Ekai, when he met the civil society, okay, said there will be a probe into that. But minority is saying that no, there should be. But majority is also trying to defend those issues. But back to Instagram Adwajiri. For those of you who are with us on the social media,